Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, Attention Coach Jeff Copper, and we're here today with Rob Tedisco of the Edge Foundation. Rob, welcome to the show.
Hi Jeff, how you doing?
Rob, the Edge Foundation is a non-for-profit organization that works in conjunction with Shire and provides scholarships for those going to secondary school, correct?
That's correct, undergraduate students.
And they actually provide scholarships for those students, which would include some financial aid, also a year's worth of free coaching.
Yeah, that's what's unique about the program, Jeff, is that it's unlike any other scholarship in that the students get a tuition benefit. They get a $2,000 tuition benefit and also a full year of coaching provided by the Edge Foundation that Shire actually subsidizes. So the students get the coaching at no cost.
But what we're here today to talk about is that's the background on it. But let's talk about a rising senior that's going to college for the first time that has ADHD. I got to believe it's a difficult transition.
It's a horrible transition for kids with ADHD, especially because what happens is they're going from a completely structured environment in high school and at home with their parents to a very unstructured environment in college, and many of these kids go away to school, so they don't have even the structure that their parents provided beforehand. And it's people with ADHD find it difficult to get through transitions, and this is a particularly tough one for students.
I know, as a coach in Tampa, I swear to God, every December 15th to 20th, I get the phone calls from the parents who's got a student that goes to the University of Tampa or the University of South Florida who is on the honor roll, and now they're on the verge of academic probation because the kid went off to school for the first time and didn't have those support structures in place. And you guys have a little kind of tagline at Edge Foundation. I think it's how's it go?
Well, parents are always worried that their students with ADHD are going off to college, and they're afraid that they're going off and they're going to not have any kind of support. And our line to the parents essentially is, you can't go off to college with them, but we can, and a coach can be there for them and provide the structure, support, and accountability that they really need.
And to put this in perspective, because a coach can cost some money, but let's talk about college tuition. I believe the average annual cost is between $20,000 and $25,000.
Actually, I think it's a little higher. I'm going through it with my son right now, and what parents have to realize is that in terms of cost, it's not any higher necessarily than a tutor would be, and many parents have no problem getting tutors for their children. But also, college is a substantial investment. Number one, in terms of the money that you pay for tuition and for boarding and so on, and you want to protect that investment, but also you really have to be concerned about protecting the self-esteem of your child, and that's really what's very important.
And so to put this into a context, if you're spending, let's say, $20,000 on tuition for 2 years and your child doesn't graduate, at the end of the day, for $40,000, you really don't have anything. There's no degree or anything to show for it, right?
That's true. That money is actually gone, and what's worse is that your child is really kind of set up for failure, and there's a lot of emotional damage that's done there as well. Having the support that they need to really maximize their talents is what's very important, and it could solidify your investment and also keep their emotional well-being intact.
And so really the message today is really to kind of bring the financial aspects to this, because if you have a student, a high school senior that's going to go off to college, consider making the investment to get a coach to help them through that transition, particularly the first year. And I understand the first 6 weeks are the most important, right?
Absolutely. It's a whole new world for them, and there's no real feedback at all that they get because there's no structure at all. Maybe they get a midterm or a final, and many times these kids don't get feedback until it's too late. And so they're kind of floundering in that first semester is really the crucial one that they need to make that transition.
And again, the Edge Foundation, if you do have a senior and you're looking for a coach, you can go to edgefoundation.org.
That's correct.
And they have coaches there. And if you don't want to go there, go somewhere else. The bottom line here is to prepare your student, your ADHD student, to go off to college and be successful for the first time and protect your investment.
That's true. Coaching support is absolutely necessary, especially for this age group.
Well, Rob, thank you very much for coming on the show. We appreciate it. It's always a great message. Take care, everybody.